Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the coin. 3 points. Chelsea 1, Fulham nil. This is your post-match reaction. Look, I'm very relieved, very glad we got the 3 points. Do you know what? Of the recent wins that we've had, it's always left a sour taste. And I have to say, this particular game, for me, it didn't leave a sour taste. I truly thought it was a hard-fought win. I think overall, the team, all the individuals played for each other, fought for each other. Look, there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. By no means Pochettino is out of hot waters here. Pochettino is definitely still under immense pressure. But this particular match, in patches, it looked like we were in control. It looked like we had a plan. But of course, there were other patches where it looked like, oh, what's going on? We've just reverted back to, how things have been all this season. So, look, first half, we deserved to be probably, we were 1-0 up off the back of the penalty from Cole Palmer. And we're going to come to the details very, very soon. But I felt we probably deserved to be in the lead. Yes, Fulham came back in the second half of the first half. And they had a really good chance as well. But the first 20, 25 minutes, I think Chelsea Football Club, we were all over Fulham. We boxed them in, suffocated them. They made a hell of a lot of errors all throughout that first 25 minutes. And we didn't capitalize. That was the biggest mistake. We didn't capitalize. And we can't have that against better teams. Much better teams will punish us for not capitalizing. They'll end up scoring. Fulham luckily didn't punish us. And as we all know, when you don't capitalize on your chances, you allow the team to then come into the match. They feel a bit confident. And they had that opportunity to score in the first half. Luckily, they didn't. Petrovic is the first. Look, Enzo Fernandez for me is the first shout out. But I just want to quickly talk about Petrovic. Petrovic kept us in that game many times, man. Many, many times. He made some really good saves. And I think it's now quite clear. We've now seen enough games. I remember in the early stages, we were talking about Petrovic, that is he going to be Chelsea number one when Sanchez comes back? I think now, after seeing enough matches, we can all truly say there's a calmness about Petrovic. You don't feel shaky with Petrovic in goal, and he's making some big saves. He's making some big saves to keep us in the game, to get the 3 points. There will be games like this where, you get that penalty and you just have to hold on. And Petrovic has come good by holding on. So I think now it's quite clear that Sanchez, even if when he does come back, and I think he is due to come back very soon, Petrovic needs to be Chelsea number one. I think that is undisputed at the moment. Now, carrying on, we do end up getting that penalty. Raheem Sterling, lovely ball from Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, look, overall, I felt there were some things he did really, really well, and there were other things not so great. But the thing about Cole Palmer is this is why he's a supreme talent. Even when he's not looking at his best all the time, he's still got that genius pass in him. And this is why it's important to have Cole Palmer. This is why I think this is one of the positives that the board has done in the summer window, to get someone like Cole Palmer. Slips through that brilliant pass. Raheem Sterling, I have to say, it is a penalty, but he makes the most out of that penalty. And Raheem Sterling, once again, very inconsistent all throughout that match. How he started over, Mudryk and Madueke, very, 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 very crazy for me. I think hard done by Mudryk. We're going to talk about Malo Gusto. There was an incident for Malo Gusto as well in the first half. I personally thought that was a red card. For some reason, Anthony Taylor and the VAR team, a tad bit favorable to Chelsea. I don't know if all the pressure on them has finally cracked them and they've been a little bit favorable. Although, having said that, we still picked up quite a lot of yellow cards. But I think some of those yellow cards were our wrongdoing. Just kicking the ball away, even after the whistle. That's something we need to focus on. Just don't get silly yellow cards. And also, right at the end, closing moments, giving away some silly free kicks, making it too tasty for Fulham. So, look, second half, the energy in the first half was really good, predominantly in the first half. There were patches, as I said, where we kind of sapped in energy. Second half, I was a bit worried how we're going to play, but we did come out off the blocks very good. The energy was there. So I wasn't utterly disappointed. Of course, as I said, lots of hard work still needs to happen in midfield. in attack. Defense overall today was all right. We're going to talk about individual performances very, very soon. But overall, we scrambled, we defended well. And yeah, there were a couple of more chances for Fulham in the second half, but we had chances too. We 100% had chances in the second half to score the second, score the third, and really put the game away. So it wasn't as if Fulham just had us. We should have also capitalized. Now, let's talk a little bit about performances. We will start from the back. Petrovic, definitely, outstanding. Number one, Chelsea, goalkeeper for me at the moment. Levi Colwill started off pretty shaky, got smoked by Andres Pereira, but then he actually grew into the game. Levi Colwill actually had a strong game from the left side. For the first time, he actually looked all right as a left back. He still shouldn't be a left back. There's no doubts about that. But he had a pretty decent game. He was bombing forward, had some really good drives, was getting into very good position in the final third as well. So Levi Colwill was good. Desasi and Silva. Desasi was, for me, the standout defender. He was very, very good. There was a conscious decision from both Desasi and Silva to play more passes through the middle. And defensively as well, Desasi was very, very rock solid. And that's the kind of performance that I want to see. Silva, as usual, is always, always very good. Malo Gusto probably wasn't great in the early stages of the game, but grew into the game, and it got better and better. Some of his crosses in the second half, we should have found the goals. We really should have found the goals. So Broya, we're going to touch on, because one of the crosses for Malo Gusto, Broya, and Raheem Sterling as well just was unable to capitalize. In the middle, Enzo Fernandez. For me, I feel that was man of the match for me, Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, for the first time, Mauricio Pochettino has found exactly how to utilize Enzo Fernandez. And I'm so glad. This is how Enzo needs to be deployed. Play deep and transition to advanced position. Start in the first phase. Build that up. Go into the second phase and into the third phase. Don't just sit in the third phase, waiting for the ball to come. Obviously, there'll be times where you may take that opportunity and go further forward. But predominantly staying deeper. The way he was passing, one-touch passes, the drives, his energy, Enzo Fernandez spraying passes left, right, and center. He had an immense game. For me, I'm so glad to see that level of performance, because now people are going to start saying the other side of the coin, are basically the other tune in regards to Enzo Fernandez. People been saying he's rubbish, this, that, the other, sell him. This is the game. And you know what? This isn't even his highest level. We're just getting excited because he's not been that great this season. He's got levels to hit even more than what we saw. So, look, continue on playing the way Enzo has been playing. Caicedo and Enzo, the partnership, yes, got a lot of work that needs to be still done, but today looked a lot better. There is still, isolation, like players getting isolated in midfield. It's too easy to go through, and that's a structural issue that Poch needs to get better. Caicedo overall was okay, still not the greatest, but I think Caicedo needs that other partner. Having Enzo is fantastic, but the other partner in midfield, which is Gallagher at the moment, is just not working out. I think soon, and this game for Gallagher was not good at all. 100% not good. Gallagher playing further up, finding himself into really good positions in the final third, and just not effective. He's forgotten how to shoot, forgotten how to pass in the forward areas. I think soon we're going to start seeing Chukwuemeka in that position, and I think Enzo, Chukwuemeka, and Caicedo, they'll have a lot more chemistry, a lot more one-touch passes, drives. And Chukwuemeka can add goals as well. So I'm looking forward to Gallagher slowly removing out of that position, and Chukwuemeka being in that position. Moving forward, on the right side, Cole Palmer, look, as I said, not the greatest performance, gets the penalty. Thank you so much, Cole Palmer, for getting that penalty and for scoring that penalty. And, being ice cold, Cole Palmer, right? And that pass that led to getting that penalty, I suppose, for Raheem Sterling. So, but overall, there was some mistimed passes. There was some, duels where he didn't, he got dispossessed on. But as I said, with Cole Palmer, even when you don't play well, he's just so talented to do something special. Raheem Sterling, not good. Armando Broya, ladies and gentlemen, just not good enough. Just not good enough. I think now we can definitely put our hands on our heart and say, you know what? I think this guy needs to move on a loan, maybe sell. We cannot have the biggest issue with Armando Broya is I feel like he's drifting away. Like he needs to stay more central So we can actually have a target man to cross in and he can score those goals. Half the time he's spending time on the left side or on the right side. Stay through the middle, brother. Stay through the middle and you're going to be far more effective. But look, at the moment, the confidence is very low, very, very low. And I think if he carries on, if Pochettino is forced to carry on with Bro up front, I think it's only going to jeopardize his job. Subs today were also very good. I feel like Pochettino could have put the subs on a little bit earlier, but at the same time, it wasn't too late either. Madueke on that right side looked a bit erratic, but overall okay-ish, I suppose. Alfie Gilchrist. Shout out to Alfie Gilchrist. Every time he comes on to shut up shop, he was showing 5 at the back. He really does shut up shop, man. There's no Mickey Mouse player there. It's a serious player with a lot of energy, a lot of intensity. So that was a very, very good performance from Alfie Gilchrist. Ben Chilwell is back, and key factor about Ben Chilwell, ladies and gentlemen, played at left wing. So Levi Cole was still stayed on. So is this how it's going to be moving forward, which will be very detrimental for Mudryk? Mudryk wasn't used in this particular match. He was in the squad. Chukwuemeka came on as well. But obviously, we need to see a little bit more of Chukwuemeka. I fully rate the guy a lot. Obviously, in the preseason, I was a little bit annoyed, but maybe, it's new manager. He was getting used to. But just before he got injured, Chukwuemeka was coming into his, coming into his frame, coming into his form. But Ben Chilwell, big talking point, captaincy taken. What now happens in regards to Gallagher? Now that he's not going to be captain, is he going to be a shoo-in into the team? But also Ben Chilwell, left wing and not a left back. How long can we continue all of this? But look, ladies and gentlemen, overall, I felt hard-fought win. Willian, I thought, for Fulham would have done a trick. But it was Agent Willian today. He had a free kick right at the end and he smashed it over the bar. It was very close proximity, that free kick. Look, 3 points. I think we've gone above Man United now in the table. So that's a significant factor. Do you know what I mean? We'll see what happens now in regards to Man United, who have got Spurs, later this weekend. They could very well lose that, and we could potentially still stick around, in that 8th position. So we shall see. Look, I'm still very concerned with Pochettino. Very, very concerned with Pochettino, but one game at a time. This is what I said in my preview. Pochettino is on a match-by-match assessment. This one, not polished, but a hard-fought one. I was a little bit happy the fact that each player fought for each other. So from that perspective, I'll take that. But now we've got Middlesbrough. We have to win, go to the finals, and we've got Aston Villa. We have to win to progress in the FA Cup. So all of these are very, very important. And then we'll see. We can assess where the team is going. So look, overall, 3 points. Weekend where we don't need to be upset. But of course, the concerns are still there. For me, man of the match, Enzo Fernandez. And I hope Enzo can continue playing in that manner. And I hope Pochettino continues in that manner for Enzo Fernandez. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time. See ya.